Orchids are a standout. Their exquisite beauty even caused a frenzy in the mid-19th century when wealthy British collectors hired orchid hunters to search the world for new species. Today, the fascination with orchids continues, and cultivating them is a growing industry. In Thailand, orchids grow wild, but the wild orchids have been tamed. They've been hybridized and domesticated to satisfy a global demand for this fantastic flower. At this farm, cultivation starts with bud cuttings, mixed with nutrients and water in a glass bottle. The bottle provides a germ-free growing environment, keeping the cuttings disease-free as they grow into baby orchids. This takes a year or more. When the plants have developed a strong root system, they're ready to come out into the world. The worker deposits the baby orchids in a tub of clean water and swishes each one around to give their roots a good rinse. She transfers the baby orchids to a perforated plastic basket. A wad of coconut fibers soaked in water provides the next growing environment. The worker places the roots of each baby plant in one of the wads. She wraps the fibers snugly and ties the wad. She places the fiber-wrapped orchids in growing cells. The team waters and fertilizes them for 4 to 6 months. The orchids grow to mid-size, and the plant's root system flourishes. The plants are now ready for the next phase of growth. They transfer the mid-sized orchids to coconut husks. The husks act as a kind of plant pot and growing media in one. They absorb water to provide a constant supply to the plants. The plants grow on the husks. No soil is needed. In nature, orchids flourish on tree bark or cracks in rocks, and coconut husks are the next best thing. Overhead, a nylon fabric roof diffuses sunlight to simulate conditions found in a shady rainforest. Too much light and heat would harm the plants. Gardeners regularly observe the growth of the orchids. They're on the lookout for diseases or other problems. Not all of the plants will thrive. They'll lose about 10% of the crop. They fertilize and water the orchids over a period of several months. Many of the plants are hybrids, created by crossing species to achieve a certain color or shape, or to improve the plant's vigor. With thousands of species available in nature, the potential combinations are never-ending, and the results are always stunning. With the orchids in full bloom, it's time for the harvest. Workers cut the orchids at the base of the stems, with an eye to making them approximately the same length. In the packing room, they tweak the length of the stems until each bunch is perfectly uniform. They make this final cut on an angle. This creates a larger surface for absorbing water, so the orchid will stay fresh longer. They sort the flowers by the size of the bloom. They insert the stems in plastic capsules that contain a flower food and water mixture. This should maintain the orchid's freshness during shipping. It's time to wrap up each stunning display. The plastic sleeve will preserve them on the journey ahead. This particular orchid is a hybrid species known as mocara. Extremely desirable, cut mocara orchids should bloom for up to 3 weeks. En route to the airport in a climate-controlled truck, they'll soon be on an international flight. Thai orchids are sold around the world. Chances are they'll end up at the center of a big event in someone's life. And whether it's a wedding or a birthday, these stunning orchids will add something special to the party.